How you doing, everyone? It's Kevin. I'm back with another video. I know a lot of people have issues like I'm having, so I thought this would be a pretty good video to do. Every year you get your tractor out, or every so often you have to pump the tires up, and that's a big issue with a lot of lawnmowers. You just have to keep putting air in them tires. Well, today we're going to be putting some slime in. I got 3 tires on the BX 1500 that just want to go low all the time. And you know, if you're going to mow with your mower, you want to make sure you keep an even amount of air in the tires so you don't get a cut that's crooked. A lot of people don't understand, if your tire's flat on one side and pumped up on the other side, you're going to get that kind of a cut. So you want to keep the same amount of air pressure in the tires at all times when you're cutting. I know every time I get ready to get this out to mow the yard, I have to put air. I check the air pressure and make sure I put a little bit of air wherever it needs it, so I'm running an even cut. So today we're going to try out some slime. We're going to be putting some slime in these tires, at least 3 of them. And I got the, it's called the Value Size slime. This is green. I'm going to show you up close what I got here. And I get the Value pack because, I get the Value one because if you buy in the small bottles, you're going to pay a fortune for it. So it's best to buy it in the big jug. You get more bang for your buck. So let me show you up close what we're using. So I have a couple different products here. This is slime, and this is just a fix-a-flat, okay? This stuff here is okay to have hanging around the house. If your tractor tire goes flat, you can put some of this in it to keep it up. But listen, you don't really want to use this stuff because it will corrode the inside of your rim. This is going to make a mess out of your rim. This is not something that you're supposed to leave in a tire. And you know, if you get it flat on your car, don't go pumping it up with this stuff, because you have to remove this stuff. You need to take it back out of your tire. It's going to corrode up in there. And it's only a temporary fix anyhow. It's not a permanent fix on your tire. If you put this in your tire and you go driving down the road, it's going to take it out of balance, and this thing's going to wobble. Your tire's going to wobble. You don't want to use this. Try to stay away from this if you can. I wouldn't use any type of sealer in my car tire. I would not use anything in it. Lawnmower tires, dolly tires, anything like that. Different things that you're not going to be driving on the road. Okay, put some fix-a-flat or whatever, but I would use the slime because the slime's not going to corrode up your tire, and that's what it's made for. It has tiny little particles in here. When it finds that hole, it blows a little bit out, and then it gets stuck in there and patches your tire. This is pretty good stuff. We used to use this on 4-wheeler tires, lawnmower tires, log splitter tires. You can use this in all them, and it is for a tubeless tire. So this will work. So we're going to get ready to put some of this in our tires, and we'll get started on it. Yeah, this is pretty good stuff. I'll be leaving a link in the description down below for this guy. And if you're interested in it, check it out. It'll be an Amazon link. I am an Amazon associate, so whatever you buy there, I may get a small commission. It does help out the channel. We really do appreciate it. So let's get started. Now, before we get started, we want to clip some of this stuff off of here. This is a tool that you're going to use to take your valve core out. If you don't already have one, you could use this one to take your valve core out. See right here? That's going to fit right on the edge of your valve core. So let's keep that off to the side. And then this hose is a little bit kinked up. It's got a little kinks here and there. But we're going to smash them kinks out of it just by squeezing on that a little bit. Just kind of work it around so we can get the kinks out of it, because you want that fluid to go through there. Now, we're going to have to prime this pump right here. But what we don't want to do is prime it yet, because we want to shake it up. Sophie, now you're going to have to go play somewhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to shake the living crap out of this. And I'm going to shake it for just a couple minutes to make sure everything in here is incorporated really good. Now we're not going to cut this off yet. We're going to just shake and shake and shake. Make sure everything is good and mixed up. Okay, we got that pretty good shook up. Before we prime that pump, we're going to get this. These two front tires are kind of an issue for us. These two go flat a good bit. So we're going to do the two front ones first. And what I'm going to do is take some pressure off of these tires. Now you can use a hydraulic jack, whatever you got, to lift this front end up so these tires will spin. So we're going to get them up off the ground. So now they're able to spin. And what we're going to do is we want to get the valve core. This guy right here is your valve core, and we're going to want that in pretty much the upward position. So we're going to take our cap off, our little valve core cap, pull it off. Now the little tool that they gave you with your jug of slime, we're going to go ahead and stick this prong. There's two little prongs sticking up. We're going to stick that up inside of there, and then we're going to twist this out. And you'll start to hear the air come out. If there is any air in your tire, you'll hear the air coming out. Once you take that out, be careful because this thing will shoot across the floor. You don't want to lose it because you're going to need to put that back in. And that's the valve core that holds your air in your tire. So this tire is ready. So we're going to go ahead and get it hooked up. And we'll prime that pump first. We shook this for a couple minutes, got it really good incorporated in there. Now we're going to take a pair of side cuts. We're going to cut this zip tie off. This side right here. Now we're going to pump this thing, and they say these have been known to plug up. So, you know, don't be surprised if it don't plug up even on us. So, as you can see, we're getting a little bit of juice already in the hose. So this jug is pretty much primed here. So we have it in the line. We're going to go ahead and hook it up to the wheel of the tire and go ahead. And this thing tells you, before we get started, I'll show you on the back. It tells you the size tire. We're going to be doing a tractor tire, which is a lawnmower right here. It's going to take about 8 pumps. That's 8 ounces. So each one of them tires on the front will do 8 pumps. Okay, with the tire in the upward position, I'm going to finish bringing this up to the edge. Okay, we're going to go ahead and just slide this right over top of where the valve core goes. Right on the top, and we're going to give this guy, I'm going to do probably 9 pumps. It says 8. We'll do 1 extra. It's 1. 2. 9. We're going to do 10. It's an old tractor. Okay, now we got our 10 pumps in there. What we're going to do is we're going to pull this guy back off of our valve core, valve stem, and we are going to go ahead and put our valve core back in. And that's just using this little tool. And we're going to go ahead and screw it back in. So this tire here now is ready for the correct amount of pressure that we need to do. Whatever it says on the side of the tire, that's what pressure we want to put in this tire. So I'm going to go to the other side and we're going to do it next. Put our valve core on the up position, the valve stem. Go ahead and remove the valve core. get our jug of slime, push this guy on, and let's do our 10 pumps. Pull this guy off, put our valve cord back in, and snug it down. So now we have both of our front ones ready for the air pressure to go in them. Alright, both these front tires take about 24 pounds of pressure. So, and it'll say right on the side of your tire how many pounds of, it'll say PSI, 20, mine says 24 PSI. So we're going to put 24 pounds in this tire. Check it with your gauge. It's important that you have the same amount of air in all your tires, whatever it calls for. If it says 24, make sure you got 24 on both sides. So we're right at 24. We'll go ahead and put our cap back on here. Now, in order for this slime to actually work, you need to run this tire. Come on, Soapy, get back. Get back. You need to spin the tire. So what we'll do is after we get it all these tires done, we'll take it for a little ride and make sure that the slime goes all over the inside of this tire. So we're going to go over and put 24 pounds of pressure in the other side, and hopefully these guys will stay pumped up. We got our 24 in here. We'll put the cap on it, spin it a little bit. We will take it out and run it too. Okay, in the last few days, we've been working on the riding mower. You guys seen us do the deck. The deck is all done and ready to go. We ain't got to worry about that, but we got to get ready to put the deck on. We got the motor oil changed, the oil filter changed, the air filter changed, hydraulic filter, 2 diesel filters on this tractor, and checked all the fluids and made sure everything was topped off. So this thing will be good to go for spring now. So we're going to go ahead and pick this thing up and put the deck on. You guys remember the hoist that we put in? And this thing is sure coming in handy for this type of work. Pick the lawnmower up, put air in the tires, let the air out. Now we're going to be putting the deck on. Man, this hoist is awesome. So we're going to jack this thing up. We'll be able to slide the deck straight on in. One thing about this garage, it's really small. It's not really a garage, it's more of a shop than a garage. So we're going to get our deck back up underneath here. This makes it a lot easier to get this deck in. Man, how easy was that? I love it. Just having that to lift that up to get it on there, it just made such a big difference. That's how easy it is. Love it. No more sliding in from the side. So I'm going to get that hooked up and then we're going to get on that back tire. Alright, we got the deck on, so now this is the last tire we have to do. The other one seems to hold air pretty good. We're not going to put it in unless we need it. This tire here, we're going to put a little bit extra in it because it is a bigger tire. I'm going to put 20 pumps. We're going to make sure we shake it again real well. Now what I do to this thing is I put a bolt in the end of this. You can see I just got a little bolt in there, and that keeps it from leaking everywhere. So we'll just take the bolt out. Now that we got the air out, with the valve core on the top, we'll go ahead and put this guy on, and we're going to need 20 pumps. Okay, on our last pump, we're going to hold it down, and we're going to put a zip tie back in this guy, just like it was when we got it, because we're done using it for right now. I hear you, Soapy. So now all the stuff is out of this pump, and then we're going to pull this off, put our bolt in here, and then we'll be ready to use it again later. So we got 2 tires, or 3 tires done. We're going to go ahead and put the valve core in this one. Check our air pressure. So this one gets 20 psi. So we're going to put 20 pounds of pressure in this. Okay, we're at our 20 pounds. We'll go ahead and throw our cap on there. And this tire is done. So that's all I had to do to get this thing ready for spring. We'll let it down off of this hoist, clean up a little bit. We're going to take it out and run it. We're going to move it around and get that stuff all slushed around on the sides of the tire. And that's what's going to keep it from going flat again. Alright, that's me using the slime in the tires. It works good. You got that lawnmower and the tire just keeps going flat. Try what I did right there. I think it'll work out just fine. I know that eventually I'm going to have to get new tires. These tires are starting to dry rot, and this stuff here is supposed to coat the sides of the walls too. So hopefully it'll do okay, and I won't have to spend all that money on new tires right now. Lots of things going on the homestead. So hopefully we'll get another year out of this guy with these tires, and then if we have to, we'll buy new tires. So I would like to tell everyone thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment if you'd like. Until next time.